Former President Donald Trump is hosting a town hall in La Crosse this week. The town hall is set to start at 6 p.m. on Thursday at the La Crosse Center. The former president will talk about his platform and listen to Wisconsinites' concerns going into the election.